the first time in the history of the show, Brooke has not had a man in her life, you know. And that's kind of weird, you know. So it's interesting how things have kind of moved forward since Stephanie, you know, left the show. So Susan Plant.
Yeah, I mean, we got to do something. I mean, we just signed on for CBS. Just signed us back for another 2 years. So, you know, we got some more Bold and Beautiful for 2013 and the 2014 season. So, which is good. So, you know, we're doing all right. We're still doing all right.
Well, I have a couple of fun questions for you that my other co-host, Sabina, came up with. So here we go.
Okay.
All right. What was your first car and what tales would it tell?
My first car?
Yes.
Ooh, my very first car. That was mine. It was a 1994 or 95 Chevy Cavalier. It was a stick shift, and
it
was a two-door. And I
not a lot of women in that car, was there?
It was like, you know, it was real small. It was, you know, just for me and my boys back then. But no, it was it was teal green, to be honest with you. I wanted to color it, but I didn't have no connections or any money to get it colored burnt orange, so I left it teal green.
Oh my gosh!
And you said the second part of your question was what?
What tales would it tell?
Ooh, tales. That was the bad car. That car got me into not trouble, but just it took me. It ventured out.
It was all the car's fault too.
Oh, it was all the car's fault. Car's fault. Yes, it ventured me out to a lot of places where I didn't find. I never thought myself would be. You know, from Dallas to Austin to Houston to Irving to even to Baton Rouge. Yeah, it took me everywhere, even to California. It took me to California.
Well, at least we know it was a good running car.
Oh, no, it lasted for a while. It lasted for a while when they had to go bye-bye, because then I fell in love with my next vehicle, which was a Ford Mustang Cobra convertible.
Oh,
that car.
Much better.
Yeah, much better. So, yeah.
Okay, the next question is, what's the oddest thing you've ever done for money?
The most honest thing?
No, oddest. Like strange.
Oh. You know what, I'm going to share something with you guys that I don't think many people know. And this is
what we want.
This is exclusive. Okay, here we go. And I hope none of my mom, I don't think she's listening, but anyway. Okay, so I was approached by, I used to model back in the day in Dallas. I used to be with a guy named Sam Bowie with Bowie Model Management, okay? And he's recently, you know, passed, you know, about 4 years ago. But anyway, when I was modeling for him, I was approached by a lady. Her name was Tiffany. And Tiffany came to me and she asked me, she's like, so, you know, what do you do? And I said, well, you know, I'm in school and, you know, I part-time model. She's like, oh, really? She says, well, how would you like to, you know, to make some extra money on the side and on the weekends and at nights? I said, I don't know. And she asked me, did I know how to dance? And I'm like, well, you know, I don't know how to dance like real good. You know, I get my groove on, like I swag, like I'm chill when I go places, right? And she's like, well, you know, you know what I do is I'm Tiffany Pleasures, and what I do is she hosts
Tiffany Pleasures.
Tiffany Pleasures, and she hosts these events where, you know, there are lingerie parties and cocktail parties and things like that. And she said, you know, you can, well, I can put you in something nice to wear. You know, you take off your shirt and wear a bow tie, things like that. You can make like $150 for 2 hours. I said, ooh, that's not bad. I said, okay. So I got myself, it's getting better. I got myself involved with this lovely lady, very nice lady, and I went to this event one night on a Friday. And it was what it was. Beautiful women, you know, all types of women who was buying lingerie, and she was selling it, and all types of sexual toys and things like this that she was,
Lord.
and all I was doing was just selling cocktails, and I made $150 just giving drinks. After that day, she gave me a call. She was like, Texas. She says, would you be interested in making $300 to $350 a night for 1 hour? I said, whoa. What is
oh,
this?
My gosh.
She said, well, at the party, there's a lot of women that were very interested and wanted to know would you be, come to one of their parties and, and dance and shake it a little bit. I said, shake what? She's like, shake your booty a little bit. I said, huh? She's like, yeah. I said, you mean strip? She's like, not really strip, but just shake it a little bit. I said, I'm not a stripper. And she was like, well, no, just come on out and let's see how you do. I said, $350 cash? She's like, yes. So my black ass, Texas battle, I went to this event, and it was like 40 women, and my assistant's probably laughing right now on the phone, but there was like 40 women at this house, beautiful house. I go there, I knock on the door, and they screaming and yelling, and I'm like, ooh, okay, wait a minute. I kind of liked it a little bit because it got my heart thumping. I'm like, this is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. So I go in the back where there's a back room where she's about to present certain things. There was another gentleman that was back there. Now, he was a professional stripper, and they called him Cool Beans. So what happened was she introduced me to him, and she gave me this whole, Texas get-up. She said, why don't you just go out there with him and watch what he do? I said, okay. But he was a great dancer, but I guess he wasn't as, this is my prime, so I'm very, fit and lean and things like that. So I would go out, watch him do his thing. They'll go crazy. Then he'll come back, and then she'll go, Texas, you see what he did? So can you do that? I'm like, well, I can try. I can't do exactly what he just did, but I can try. I got me a cowboy hat on. I got me some of those slaps. She got me Texas style. She dimmed the lights for me. She said, introducing my new favorite dancer, Texas style. Y'all give him a good hand, and they start clapping, and they put the slow music on, some Jodeci, and the lights was dim. And I came out there. How come, Pam and Don, how come I just snapped into a character? And I came out walking slowly. Lady screaming. I'm like, ooh, this feels good. And I just started, you know what? I blanked out because I don't even know what I did. Whatever I did, it was good enough to give me $350 from her and an extra 125 tips. I almost made $500 an hour. Hello.
Oh, my God.
and Texas, now I'm saying to myself that all those women that were there watching you that night, they now see you all bold and beautiful, doing your thing.
Oh, man. And I did it. I'm going to tell you, I did it for a good month. I did it Friday, Saturday, Sunday for a good month. And the only reason why I stopped, because I had a show at this I forgot where, it was at a convention center, like a small convention center, and I got there, but one of the students that went to my school's auntie knew of me because I used to date her niece, saw me, and that's when it stopped. And then Tiffany put me on a flyer, and the flyer was getting around, and it started to create kind of like a little buzz.
My gosh.
I didn't want that. I didn't want that. So that's why it stopped. But, hey, I tell you, for that time, I was feeling good.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And making money.
And it's funny.
I made some money.
It was funny because I was going to ask you what's your hidden talent, but now we know.
Yeah, see, people don't know about that. If I really, I could get funky if I really wanted to. I can get funky. If all else fails and I'm not in the industry no more, I guess I can always fall back on.
You're right.
Dancing.
You got it.
Go back to your humble beginnings.
Man, but it was a crazy experience for me. I didn't know that I was going to like it like that, but I did. I don't know. It just felt. I don't know. It felt good, I guess.
Yeah, it was the attention and the money.
Hey,
I mean,
you asked a question. You wanted to know, so I gave you something.
Yeah. I'm very happy you did because now I have these images in my head, that's going to last with me quite some time.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone, this is back when, I'm glad these camera phones and, the technology now if it would have happened then, it would be all over YouTube.
Yeah.
It would
sure.
be, but thank goodness it's not.
I'm sure it would be the most viewed YouTube video, too.
It would go viral in no time, for sure.
Man, it was crazy. And I hope no one in Texas took a picture back in the day. Now they're going to post it up.
It'll be tweeted later tonight. They'll say,
yeah, I know, right?
And I'm like, where'd you get that from? Damn.
I don't know who that cat is.
He just looks like me, that's all.
Yeah, he just looks like me.
Right.
They say everybody's got a twin. That must be mine.
That's mine.
Well, the next question I have is, if there was a movie made of your life, and oh my gosh, now I know how good it would be, who would play you?
Who would play me? I get this comparison, and me personally, I don't see it because I'm who I am, and this person who he is. But if someone had to play me who looks similar to me, it would be a friend of mine, Michael Ealy. He would be the guy that would play me about my life and how it is now. It would be him, and we're different. He's a little older than me, but we play different. I play younger, he plays older, but people always say that we resemble each other. I'm taller, he's shorter, but he has the green eyes, I don't. Things like that. So
Ew, he's got green eyes? I'm going to have to look this guy up.
You'll see. Look him up right now. If you look him up right now, for everybody's at home.
I could see that, Texas. I really could.
Yeah, you see it? It's like, and people say all the time, like, Michael Ealy, you look just like Michael Ealy. And then, he gets it every once in a while. Oh, you remind me of Texas Battle, so it's kind of, I don't see it. I tell my assistant all the time, I don't see it, but people say they do. So it'll be him.
I'm definitely going to look that up after we're done with the show.
Right.
Among other things, right?
Right.
Right.
See if there's any pictures or footage out there of Texas doing his thing back in the day.
You know it.
We're just joking with you.
You go to Google Images, you can find just about anything.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, if you put in Texas dancing, you're going to get for dancing in Texas. I mean, you're not going to get what we were looking for, but oh well, keep trying.
Right.
Well, one last question from me before we take some calls. What was the last song you sang in the shower?
The last song I sang in the shower, the Django Walker. If I was one of my favorite artists is Django Walker, and it's the song. It's the our Texas song. It's oh man, wait.
Start singing.
Yeah. I can wait. It's called. See, I'm not really a singer, but at the same time, I can hold a tune. It's just a Texas Longhorn song. It's
Oh, it has to do with sports.
You hear it?
Texas Longhorn song. Is it like deep in the heart of Texas or something? I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's like only one team in the heart of Texas. They play down in Austin Saturdays on the fall at Darrell K. Royal, 100,000 strong. It's just, I don't know, man. You guys know I die and bleed burnt orange, so it's all good.
Yeah, I know that very well.
Right.
And I have to always remember what those letters mean, and I'm not even going to talk about that
Pam,
right now.
you're never going to be forgiven, Pam. Utah. What the hell? Utah? I ain't going to forget it ever, Pam, ever.
I know. Someday I'll walk up to you and I'll say it to you, and you'll know exactly who I am.
I will. I'm like, hey, girl. Utah.
Well, next, I think we should take some callers because some people have been holding a mighty long time. So first up is going to be David. Say hello.
Hey, Texas. How you doing, man?
David, what's up, man? Where you from?
I'm from New York State there, sir.
New York State. Well, what's going on, David? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to seeing more Marcus.
Well, David, you and me